So, keyword notes. That was in the other portion of this video. A note is simply a promise to pay. That's all it is. As far as legal terms go, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just reciting what I was told. Okay, there's your disclaimer. No, a promise to pay. That note, there's 3 documents in the states that I play around with. So in Texas, you have deed ownership filed with the county. Note, promise to pay, the terms agreed on. And a dot, abbreviated like that, deed of trust. Okay? The deed is the ownership, the note is what you agreed to do for the ownership, and the deed of trust, mortgage. Deed of trust ties the note and deed together, so if you don't meet your promise to pay, then take the property back. Now states like Oklahoma, where I now reside, and I do business in both of these, and agent in both of these, we deal with deed, note, mortgage. And there's a difference. Okay? In mortgage, same thing. Deed of trust and mortgage, same enactment. They're an agreement between parties, but a mortgage is an agreement between 2 parties, the mortgagor and the mortgagee, and a deed of trust is 3 parties. So the third party is a non-biased trustee. That's why in Texas you see the trustee filings. That's the attorney or whomever the trustee written into the deed of trust is. So they're the ones that take the property back at the auction. Okay? And that's that whole oversimplifying of this process.
Hey guys, quick break. Let me tell you about Maximilian Deer. If you've ever wondered how people actually make money wholesaling real estate, not the gurus selling courses, the people closing deals, Max is the guy. He goes by the Wholesale Pirate, bought his first house at 18, did over $1 million in assignments, and now runs Wholesalers, the biggest free wholesaling community out there. Go subscribe to him on YouTube, Maximilian Deer. He breaks down real deals, real numbers, no fluff. And while you're at it, grab some gear at shop.wholesalers.com. Rep the crew, support the community, and yeah, I get a cut of every sale, so you're throwing a little love my way too. Win-win. Links in the description. Now back to the video.
So for anybody still following, make my money over here. Notes. Explained how the documents work. Note, deed of trust, deed, note, mortgage. In these 2 states, I do most, 99% of my business in. Okay? So now, how do we tie this together? When I say I'm taking real people's money and giving them returns on notes, I am making all of these against houses, properties, real property, real estate, royal estate, real physical assets. Okay? And the way you make money is there's a couple ways. You make the debt smolder and make bigger debt with the debt. Once again, I'm oversimplifying for the sake of the internet. Or you make a quality debt. And people that buy debt and play around in debt, they want to see good debt. They want to see it seasoned like Salt Bay on there, okay? If people will pay good money for good debt, if that makes any sense. So what I mean by that is say this debt is worth $1 million. Let's see how many zeros I get. Worth $1 million. If it's prime debt, brand new, blah, 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 you'll probably sell it 60, 70 cents on the dollar. That's face value. So just made up money, just made up $1 million out of nowhere, and then you can sell it for somebody else's cash. And this is how you get chunks of change playing around things that don't even exist. Like, we're just playing fiat, we're playing Monopoly over here. And we're making everybody else do the work. Yeah.
All right, that's the video. If you made it this far, you're already my favorite kind of viewer. Do me one solid. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and share this with somebody who needs to see it. That's how this channel grows, and that's how I keep making these. Catch you in the next one.